Ah yes, the German Autobahn, home of exotic cars, unrestricted speed, and multiple carjackings. With a 21% rating on Rotten Tomatoes from only 24 critics, a possible record flop at the box office, and a made-for-TV feel judging by the trailer alone, I basically dragged myself to a late-night showing of this film. Quite a number of times I've been pleasantly surprised by films that got low ratings from critics, and I feebly hoped that Collide would simply be another one of them. Sadly, that's not the case, but I'm not surprised. With an unbelievably bland love story, disposable characters, an endless barrage of action cliches, what could this film possibly have going for it? Hannibal Lecter and Gandhi hamming it up? Alright, so in Cologne, Germany, we have an American expat named Casey, played by Nicholas Hoult. He's a criminal who works for a Turkish drug boss named Garan, played by Ben Kingsley. Casey immediately quits the criminal life after meeting Juliet, played by Felicity Jones, and the two start a relationship. Juliet eventually becomes really sick and the couple don't have the funds to pay for her treatment. So Casey decides he's gonna get the funds by doing a drug heist for Garan, which would involve hijacking a cocaine-filled truck belonging to Hagen Kyle, played by Anthony Hopkins. He's Germany's biggest drug lord, and he also insulted Garan to his face and refused him equal partnership in his illicit business. Naturally, the heist doesn't go as planned for Casey, and he finds himself on the run on the German Autobahn from Kyle's henchmen, and also racing against the clock to save Juliet from being abducted by them. Not even 10 seconds into this film, I knew we were gonna have some major problems because Casey's opening monologue sounded like it was written at a middle school level. To me, that was an early indicator that a deficiency in a little thing called effort would be prevalent in almost every facet of the film. What really pissed me off more than anything was this sorry excuse of a love story. The way that the two leads met was so rushed and desperate to get to the next point that I could have sworn it was some kind of joke like the kinds you see in a sitcom. And after that is a quick amorous montage. I shit you not, the film expects us to be invested in the two leads as a result of what I just told you. So how in God's name am I supposed to get behind Casey's emotional manipulation to stupidly risk his life for his girlfriend like that? The film seems more interested in giving us visual cues of Juliet to remind us that Casey loves her and that he's doing all of this for her. And with a disposable love story come insulting plot absurdities. From German police surrounding a bar and conveniently not guarding the back door to the most idiotic torture I've ever seen, there's just no shortage of facepalms. So with all of that in there, the film ends up making a complete ass out of itself when it tries to take itself seriously at some points. So with plot and character out of the picture, it looks like the only things that could save this film at this point are the action as well as Ben Kingsley and Anthony Hopkins' caricature of tough guys. Ben Kingsley's pretty good at accents and he does a decent job as Garan. I thought he did okay with his drugged up, prostitute-loving character who likes to refer to Casey as Burt Reynolds for some reason. And I thought Anthony Hopkins' character had some pretty decent lines here and there, and they were delivered with his signature vocal elan. But there was nothing subtle about it all. The attempts at macabre humor just felt artificial and labored. Collide was okay in the action department, but it wasn't anything to write home about. I guess the only thing of worth in that area was the vehicular carnage on the Autobahn. It was staged rather well and had its remotely exciting points, but unfortunately there just wasn't really much creativity going on. I guess the John Wick films have set the bar high when it comes to high-octane action. So with a made-for-TV feel, an illogical plot, disposable characters, a rushed romance, and a genuine lack of passion, Collide is just another boring, bland, by-the-numbers action flick that hits the skids, then crashes and burns. Save your money and your time. I think you're better off cleaning the gunk in your car's gas tank. So I'm gonna give Collide a 3. So these are my thoughts on Collide. What did you think of the film? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like what I do, give me a like, hit that big subscribe button, stay tuned, and I will see you on the next one.